beautiful soul. I'm Angie Beats. I'm a clinical psychotherapist specializing in eating disorder treatment, and I'm also a writer. I'm working on my first book about eating disorder recovery. I wanted to talk with you today about who you are. Recently, I was at a restaurant and I saw a cute little girl, probably 8 or 9, sitting next to me, and she had a headband on that said, "I am soccer." And I had this kind of nagging, gross feeling in my stomach, and I kept thinking, like, what's that about? And I thought, that little girl is not soccer. She maybe likes soccer, and soccer's fun for her, but she isn't soccer. And I think the reason that it bothered me is that, yes, it's a headband and it was cute, and I'm sure that she loves soccer. It's really not that big of a deal. But what is a big deal is that I have clients who come to me who are maybe in their 20s and 30s, and maybe they were really good at something when they were little. Maybe it was soccer or tennis or the piano or academics. And over time, they became really identified with that. And partially probably because they were really good at it, and so they became known for it and got scholarships for it, and all sorts of really positive things happened for them as a result of being good at something. The downside, though, that I see when people come into my office who have maybe played a certain sport their entire life is they'll come into my office and maybe they've broken their leg and they can't run track anymore, and they'll say, "Angie, I really don't know what to do with my life at this point. I do not know who I am if I'm not a runner. I don't know who I am if I'm not contributing on my team or pleasing my coach in this way." And so my work with them is to really try to work on, who are you outside of running track? Because you aren't track and you aren't just this sport. You're so much more than that. And so that becomes the work, is really coming up with who they are at their essence, who they really are underneath before they ever played a sport or became a student in all AP classes. So one of the things that we'll do is we'll just get out a sheet of paper, and at the top we'll write "I am." And then we'll come up with as many things that they can think of that really doesn't relate at all to that thing that they've become so good at over time. So maybe they are really silly and like to tell funny jokes, or maybe they're somebody who likes to sing in the shower but kind of suck at it, but just really enjoys that. My list would say things like, "I am a cat lover, and I love long naps and good books and movies, and I'm really kind-hearted, and I am a good friend." So those are things maybe that we love. There's things that we're good at. There's things that are our roles. For example, I am a mom, or I am a therapist. But I'm also a whole host of things that are completely unrelated to that. So I want you to give that some thought. Are you somebody who's become really identified with one thing? Like, I am a pre-med student. Well, yeah, maybe that's something you're doing, but you're also something much bigger than that. So think about that. You do your own free association with your sheet of paper and write down all the things that you are. And let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know who you are and what you're about. So feel free to visit my website at angiebeats.com. You'll see the link below, and you're welcome to follow me on social media. I'll be thinking about you guys this week, and I can't wait to hear about who you are.